Dreaming about right now.
Let's do some tweets.
Scaife neck, whatever that means. Which three do you start? Standard. Is that standard? Is that what that means?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
DeMarco, Ryan Matthews, John Brown, Hillman, Abdullah, David Johnson.
I would definitely go Ryan Matthews. I'm actually go with the two Eagles backfield.
Why?
Ryan Matthews is the better fit for that Chip Kelly system. And the other guy I would go is John Brown. So just kind of bring this out in a larger discussion. Matthews went for 11 touches, 96 yards, and a touchdown last week. He has looked more explosive. The vision is better than DeMarco Murray. He's outperforming him on about half the amount of snaps.
Can I stop you in the middle of all this?
Sure.
And I know this. Why not the Broncos go get Murray? Get Murray. If
you think Philly's going to give him up?
I said Ryan Matthews.
Yeah, you
what
said
about Matt Forte?
I love that too.
Look, here's the deal. Chip's not giving up either one of those guys.
They look like they don't want it. And
Yeah.
John Fox, I don't know that he wants to help the Broncos. But if he's such a bad fit there, and somebody wrote me and said, why would they sign him? He just doesn't work in Philadelphia. And I said, well, it's easy to say after the fact, but there's a guy. Offer them a third-round draft choice. And
here's a young running back that I really like who needs to get a shot of more touches, and he plays in Detroit, Zach Zenner. Zach Zenner's a kid that blew up in the preseason, undrafted kid out of South Dakota State. I think he would be a revelation in a zone blocking scheme. Very powerful, lots of yards after contact, can catch the ball in the backfield, adequate in pass protection.
Touches right now?
Finally got 31 snaps last week, 10 carries for about 38 yards, a couple of receptions. Well, Amir Abdullah keeps putting the ball on the ground.
Well, but you watch this.
But they get him for nothing.
You're here. What would you do? I mean, you're.
I stay the course. I stay the course is what I do.
You're dreaming about C.J. Anderson, so you don't think they should go get.
I think C.J. Anderson's fine, and he's going to improve. It's the offensive line, and they got to work in synchronicity to create holes.
Okay.
All right, next tweet. From Rowd the Cloud, would you trade away Lacy and Garcon for Hopkins and Ellington Standard League?
Boy, Eddie Lacy, he's in that conversation for Healthy Bust of the Year alongside C.J. Anderson right now. Yeah, well, last 3 games, 0 touchdowns, averaging 71.3 total yards per contest. He's only played on 50.4% of the snaps, so James Starks is stealing touches away from him.
Been hurt? Because
he had an ankle injury,
I'm
but
looking startled because
playing.
Everybody brings up all the time. Oh, you drafted Monte Ball, you could have had Eddie Lacy. And so,
well, he's still better than Monte Ball.
Well, I'm better than Monte Ball.
That ball of tequila is better than Monte Ball. I'll tell you that right now. I would take that trade because DeAndre Hopkins is going to continue to see 12 to 15 targets per week, and he is a beast. And Andre Ellington probably a 10 to 12 touch back in that timeshare in Zona.
So you're trading away Garcon. He's my favorite player.
I like him.
Another
one from Rod the Cloud.
As a person.
Hey, good dude.
Brad, who to start? James Jones, Macklin, or Moncrief? You have to pick 2 of the 3.
Well, I know who he loves because he loves the same guy I do. I dream about Moncrief. You actually dream about, well, it doesn't matter because it's a dream. It's a dream.
I would go Dante Moncrief because I'm not buying any of this BS that's been put out there about Andrew Luck and ESPN.com's report, NFL.com. We're not sure he's going to play. This is gamesmanship.
This weekend?
Yes. They're saying he's not a lock to play. This is gamesmanship at its finest. What Pagano is trying to do is play the Belichick game against Belichick because Tom Brady perpetually questionable. Well, Andrew Luck himself said earlier in the week, straight from the horse's mouth, I've been making all the throws. I'm fine. I'm ready to go. He's listed as probable, but they're just throwing out there to the media, the coaching staff, he may or may not play.
I'm going to push you beyond your comfort zone. Would you take
I got a pretty wide comfort zone.
Would you take Indianapolis in 35 points?
Come on.
Well, but Jackie McMullen and I have a bet. She says they're going
the over-under is 55.
45-10.
Have you seen what the spread has done? It went open at 7.5 for New England. It's jumped to 10.
Wow.
So there's a lot of wood being laid on New England.
Okay, let's be realistic then.
I'll take the
Colts. You'd take the Colts. Me too.
I'd take anybody in 35 points. Well, except maybe Jackson.
No, we're back now to 10, 10.5, whatever it is. Would you take the Colts in 10?
No.
Given all the circumstances?
No.
Would you?
I think New England's going to lay it on them.
Well, and you know what? If you go to Vegas or you go scoresandodds.com, I don't work for them, I don't get any money or anything, but it's just a great site. You can look and see where the money is trending in Vegas. I'd venture to say right now, 85% of the cash is on New England to cover the spread. Fade the majority.
Would you think I'm a lightweight if I told you that I'm feeling drunk right now?
We might want to call an Uber for less after this.
I'm not kidding you. I'm feeling a little lightheaded.
Oh, that's beauty of tequila, baby.
It must be the altitude.
We have an hour and 10 minutes. You are You are in trouble.
No, you're in trouble.
Let's have another. No, I'm fine. Let's have another. Let's see what you do.
From B. Douglas Falls, just lost JC. Who's JC? Just lost
Jamal
Charles. Was offered
Jay Cutler.
Was offered Hill of Cincinnati for Alshon Jeffrey. Have Fitz and Macklin. Need running back depth. Do I take it?
Jeremy Hill has been a massive disappointment. Another one of those guys on C.J. Anderson, Eddie Lacy conversation for bust of the year at the running back position. Last 2 weeks, guys, he's totaled 18 touches and right around 65 combined yards. Now, he had that TD hat trick, if you recall, against Kansas City.
Sure.
That has masked an otherwise unsavory fantasy performance. Geo Bernard's a better back in that backfield. He's got 5.5 yards per carry compared to Hill's 3. He's getting more yards after contact. He's making guys miss more often. The game script is not going to work out for Jeremy Hill this week against Buffalo because the strength of that defense is in the trenches. However, I would take Jeremy Hill for Alshon because Alshon may not see the field either, although he did return to practice today on a limited basis.
Give me an update on Watkins. You follow
Going to play.
So
the question is Tyrod going to play?
He said yesterday, well, Tyrod's not going to play.
He practiced today on a limited basis. He may return.
So if he has Watkins, and who else is injured?
Lesean McCoy.
Yeah. If he has
He may
Watkins,
return too.
Oh, so if
Might have the full complement of offensive guys.
Yeah, Carlos Williams doesn't look like he didn't practice today. He's still on post-concussion protocol. But LeSean McCoy has practiced on a limited basis the past 2 days. They can't win games with Booby. They need Shady on the field. So.
who would you start?
Oh my God.
Roddy White
this guy needs shots of tequila.
Aguilar.
Because this is just brutal. He's going to need something to numb the pain with this decision. I'll take Roddy White on a flyer just because Julio Jones is going to draw double coverage and he's dinged up.
Really kind of. You talking about under the radar, Roddy? Is he finished there? I mean, he's not even really.
He ain't what he used to be.
Well, he's a squeaky wheel right now. He wants the ball. He still thinks he can play. He feels that Ryan's not feeding it to him, but he's getting long in the tooth, and he's definitely on the downside of his career. So, but Aguilar's shown nothing. I thought he would be something this year, but he has done very little for Philly.
Our live guest up here, and I assume he's still live. We're not certain about Les. Appear courtesy of Papa John's. Day after every Broncos win, get this in mind because they win all the time. Get 50% off your regular menu price online orders using promo code Broncos, and go for that monster. You like that too, didn't you? The monster.
That was very good.
thing.
Yeah.
Go for the
Huge
new monster.
toppings.
What's on the monster?
Huge toppings like sausage the size of your fist, pepperoni the size of frisbees.
So if I want to have a coronary,
He is
I
drunk.
order the monster?
No, there were sausage the size of marbles and pepperoni.
That's Chicago style.
He's
I'm
now
telling you, it was
just big old
you
patties of
You
sausage.
can tell he's been affected by this.
I know.
Oh, the pepperoni's the size
I'm really
of.
hungry right now.
Well, let's get some gummy bears in here and see what they're like. You should be on the other show, The Cannibalist. Put in the code word Broncos at the new PapaJohns.com, and he is the reason why we can talk about Papa John's because he's live and he's a guest and he's brought tacos. He brought
Maybe Papa John's should start serving tequila with their pizzas.